On October 29, 2018, Michael Myers, who has been institutionalized at Smiths Grove Psychiatric Hospital for 40 years following his killing spree in Haddonfield, is being prepared for transfer to a maximum security prison. True crime podcasters Aaron Corey and Dana Haynes visit the hospital, and, during their encounter, Aaron displays the mask that Michael wore in 1978 to him, to no effect. The following being transferred, Michael purposely crashes the bus, kills a father and son for their car, and returns to Haddonfield. In Haddonfield, Rhoda is still living in fear of Michael. She is drinking heavily, rarely leaving her fortified house, and alienating herself from her daughter Karen, whom the state took away from her at age 12. The only contact with is Karen's daughter, Allison. On the morning of October 31st, Michael sees Aaron and Dana visiting his sister Judith's grave. He follows them in where he kills them both, mechanic for his coveralls, before recovering his old mask from Aaron's car. Deputy Frank, who arrested Michael in 1978, tries to convince Sheriff Barker about Michael's danger after learning that he has escaped. Lori also escapes and attempts to warn Karen, but Karen dismisses her concerns, urging Lori to move on with her life. Later that night, Allison finds her boyfriend Cameron cheating on her at a costume party and leaves with his friend Oscar. Meanwhile, a boy named Julian, Allison's best friend Vicky, and her boyfriend Dave are attacked by Michael. Vicky sacrifices to protect Julian. Deputy Hockey overhear the incident on the radio and go over to the house. Lori sees him face to face with him for the first time in 40 years. Lori shoots her before he flees. Dr. Ram, Michael's psychiatrist, persuades Sheriff Barker to help in the hunt. Meanwhile, in the party, Michael finds and kills Oscar, but Hawkins and Sartain arrive just in time to rescue Allison. Hawkins then tries to kill Michael, but Sartain, who has become obsessed with Michael's enigmatic motivations, attacks and leaves Hawkins for dead. It is revealed that Michael's escape to study him in the wild. However, Michael kills Sartain and Allison flees from the scene. Michael then kills 2 police officers arriving at the scene. Michael drives the car to Lori's house, where she and Karen have met with Allison. When Lori's son-in-law Ray goes outside to greet who he believes are the 2 officers, Michael strangles him to death. Lori manages to safety before she engages in a showdown with Michael. Lori severely, but he stabs her in the abdomen and pushes her over a balcony. When Michael's body, he finds it arrives and calls out for her grandmother, luring Michael and allowing Karen to shoot him in the jaw. Lori suddenly and attacks Michael, trapping him inside the safe room with Karen and Allison's help. The trio says, and Lori says goodbye to Michael before she begins to faint and lets her daughter and granddaughter quickly hitchhike a passerby vehicle to take her to the hospital. A final shot is shown, with Michael nowhere in sight. In a post, Michael's breathing is heard, indicating that he survived.